You ever look at something like a coin toss and just think, well, that's pure luck, right? But what if I told you there's actually a way to play it perfectly? Yeah, we're going to dive in and see how a little bit of math can give you a pretty serious edge.
I mean, think about rock, paper, scissors. We've all played it. It feels totally random, right? A game of pure chance. But beneath the surface of those simple choices, there's this deep, strategic battlefield. And that, my friends, is the world of game theory.
So that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Is there some secret code, some perfect move you can make that just guarantees you win every single time? Well, the short answer is no. But the long answer? Oh, that's where things get really interesting. And that's exactly where game theory comes into play. See, it's not some magic trick for winning every single round. It's more like a toolkit. It helps us find the optimal way to play, the strategy that gives you the best possible results over the long haul, no matter what your opponent throws at you. Okay, so to really dig into this, we need a couple of players. Let's meet our contestants for today. In this corner, we have a very, very clever cat. And in the other corner, a hopeful turkey. And they're about to go head-to-head in a pretty high-stakes game of coin matching. All right, before we go any further, what do we actually mean by a game here? Because it's a bit more structured than you might think. Let's break down the rules for our cat and turkey. So the game is called Even or Odd. You've got our two players, the cat and the turkey. The move is simple. They each secretly pick a side of a coin, heads or tails, and reveal it at the same time. Now, their goals are total opposites. The cat wants the coins to match, so heads heads or tails tails. The turkey wants them to be different. Seems simple enough, right? Okay, but here's where it gets spicy. The payoffs aren't symmetrical. If they both show heads, the cat wins $2. If they both show tails, the cat wins $4. But if the coins don't match, the cat loses $3. And of course, whatever the cat loses, the turkey wins. You see this setup, where one player's win is exactly the other player's loss? This brings us to the absolute core concept we're talking about today, the zero-sum game. So what is that officially? Well, a zero-sum game is any situation where the winner's gains are perfectly balanced by the loser's losses. The total amount of stuff, in this case, money, doesn't actually change. It just gets shuffled from one player's pocket to the other. Yeah, the classic way to think about it is a pie. There's a fixed-sized pie, and we're both fighting over how big our slice is. If I manage to get a bigger piece, that means your piece has to be smaller. It's that simple. My win is your loss. So, how in the world do you start to analyze a game like this? You can't just guess. You need a map, right? A way to see every single possible outcome all at once. And that, my friends, is what a payoff matrix is for. And this tool it's just so powerful. All it is a simple grid, but it lets you see the consequences of every single combination of moves at a glance. It basically takes all the complexity out of your head and lays it out right in front of you, which makes solving it way, way easier. And boom, here it is for our little coin game. Let's break down how to read this thing, because it's key. The cat's choices, heads or tails, are the rows. The turkey's choices are the columns, so you just find where they intersect. If the cat plays heads and the turkey plays heads, follow the lines, the cat gets a +2. If they both play tails, the cat gets that big +4. But in those other two boxes where they don't match, the cat gets a -3. Okay, so now we can see the entire game laid out in front of us. This is where we can really start to talk about strategy. And in game theory, there are basically two main flavors you can choose from, what we call pure strategies and mixed strategies. So just look at that matrix for a second. Put yourself in the cat's paws. What's your move? Do you always play tails and go for that big $4 prize? But then you risk that $3 loss. Or do you always play heads? The payoff is smaller, but maybe it's safer. What's the actually smart thing to do here? And this is where that distinction comes in. A pure strategy is exactly what it sounds like. It's simple. You just pick one move and you stick with it, no matter what. I'm always playing tails. The huge problem? You become completely predictable. A mixed strategy, on the other hand, is all about probability. You decide, okay, I'm going to play heads maybe 60% of the time and tails the other 40%. Suddenly, you're a moving target. And here's the absolute key takeaway. In a zero-sum game, predictability is basically a death sentence. Think about it. If the turkey knows the cat is always going to play tails to chase that big $4 win, what does the turkey do? It just plays heads every single time and pockets $3, guaranteed. A mixed strategy is your only defense against getting completely figured out and exploited. Okay, so we know we have to be unpredictable, but how do we pick the right mix? Is it just 50-50 or maybe 70-30? How do we find that perfect balance? Well, this brings us to finding the optimal move. Now, don't worry, we're not going to break out the calculators, but the logic behind this is just beautiful. The goal is to find the perfect probability mix, the perfect percentage of heads and tails, so that you make your opponent's choice totally irrelevant. You want to get to a point where whether the turkey plays heads or tails, your average long-term payoff is the exact same. You basically neutralize their strategy, which protects you and guarantees you the best possible outcome you can get. And that's really the heart of it. You're not trying to hit a home run on every single play. You're playing defense. You're picking a strategy that raises your floor. You're maximizing the minimum payoff that you're guaranteed to get, on average, if you play this game over and over. And honestly, this is the big mindset shift that game theory gives you. It teaches you that it's a marathon, not a sprint. The best player isn't the one who gets lucky and wins big once. The best player is the one whose strategy just grinds out better results over the long run, over hundreds, even thousands of rounds. So let's do a super quick recap. We've learned that zero-sum games are pure win-lose situations. We know we can map out the whole game using a payoff matrix. And we know that sticking to one move, a pure strategy, is a recipe for disaster. The real key is using a calculated mixed strategy to lock in the best possible guaranteed outcome for yourself. And our clever cat? Oh, he gets it now. He understands that it's not about trying to guess what the turkey's going to do next. It's about building a strategy that's so solid, so mathematically sound, that it literally doesn't matter what the turkey does. That is the essence of thinking strategically. So, I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. Think about all the games you play in your own life, maybe in a negotiation at work, in business, or even just some friendly competition. How many of those are truly zero-sum, where for you to win, someone else has to lose? And how many only seem that way, but could actually become a win-win if you just thought a little differently about how you play the game?